Hey everybody, it's Brother Do here. I'm going to bring you a two-part youth weekend hunt here from New Hampshire. The first day, yesterday, Saturday, we had a flawless textbook off the roost hunt. We didn't get super tight. I usually get a little tighter than what we were, but I had seen these birds the night before. I'll show you a little bit of that video too, as they were getting ready to head to roost. Got a little nervous because birds kind of flew every direction Friday night, and they didn't gobble when I tried to owl hoot at them to get them to gobble. They didn't gobble at all. So I was a little nervous that the birds weren't there, but because they scattered like they did, I figured that still would be a good place to start. And sure enough, we got out of the car about 4:30 to go head out to our spot. And an owl hooted, pitch blackout, owl hooted, and that tom gobbled back at her. So we knew we were in business then. We got out there a little ways. I popped up a couple decoys. We hid in this little island of trees in the middle of his field. It was really a perfect spot. Turned out to be an extremely perfect spot. And there's a wood road that comes out just above where we were sitting. And I'd gone in that night before. I was going to pop the ground blind up in the wood line, but when I stepped in, I could see in the trees a couple turkeys silhouetted. So I just backed out of there real quiet, and ended up not putting the ground blind in. And I'll show you this footage coming up. So this was Jack's first turkey hunt. Steve, his dad, and I are friends from turkey calling, and I've known his dad for a while too. He's a great natural voice caller, as a matter of fact. I think we competed against each other with natural voice at a contest in Troy, New York area, I believe it was. And he beat the pants off me with his natural voice calling, and he'd probably do pretty well in the woods, just natural voice calling too. But regardless, we ended up getting Jack, the youth hunter, his bird in a textbook turkey hunt. The bird flew down, worked to the call, came out the wood road that I knew he was going to be on, and sure enough popped out in the field, saw the decoys, and he zigzag strutting, spit drumming. Got all that on video. Jack missed him the first shot, but the bird was so locked in on those decoys that he came right back in, and he put the smack down on him with a second shot. Did shoot most of his beard off. There was still some strands left, but nonetheless, Jack's first bird, and he was stoked about it, as were his dad and grandfather. It was pretty I don't want to say emotional, but it was a pretty exciting hunt to be a part of. 3 generations there to witness the hunt, and I was just I guess a moderator of sorts, and it worked out perfect for us. So hope you enjoyed this video. just flew down. I think I just heard something fly down. He's on the ground. He's coming. Yeah, he's definitely closer. My heart's beating fast now.
He's breathing heavy over here.
Yeah, me too.
Don't tire yourself up. Okay. Right down.
Something else just flew down. Something else just flew down.
I wonder if the hen saw him coming.
I hope not. you see him? Yep. Let him keep coming.
Huh?
Nothing.
What's that second one, bro? Is that a chick?
There's a Jake in a long beard. Here comes Dan out now.
Stand up.
Shoot it. No, don't stand up. Just shoot him.
Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Put it down on him and kill him. Put it down.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, Jack.
Woo.
Way to go, Brett.
Come here, my man.
Oh, that, woo! I'm shaking like a friggin'.
40 years I've been hunting, and now I got to see 3 generations.
Well, I'm glad to be part of it.
Oh, I can't thank you enough. Oh, God, dude. I'd give you a big hug and shake your hand if it wasn't for all this.
I understand.
I gotta get over to my grave.
You know, you do that. I'm just gonna sit here and let you guys enjoy it.
Jackson Scott, what have you done? What have you done?
He even gave him a warning shot too.
You slam it. Here you are. Yeah. Come here, you. I love you so much. Oh. Way to get that second shot in. Way to get that second shot
You
in.
smoked him.
He was tied into he was locked into those decoys though.
Oh, he was. I was having a hard time. I was behind that rock. I couldn't see him. I said, Jack, can you see him? He said, yeah. And I said, I can't see him. I could see him in the camera. And I said, he's coming to the decoy, but I can't see him yet.
Yeah. I'm shaking like shaking.
That could not have happened any better.
That was perfect.
Like I said, Brett, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, I
my God,
appreciate
I
it.
Your
owe you the
homework,
world.
buddy. You get good footage?
I think so. As good as it's gonna get.
You hit him both times. Yeah. I think he was hit the first time.
You think so?
Yeah.
He
He
smoked
hit
him.
real low the second time.
He smoked him the second. Oh, did he?
Well, you got him in the neck pretty good. Isn't that, well, that could be
Oh, yeah, he smoked him right in here.
I was, what, 15 yards maybe?
Yeah. I shot him well. So.
Usually they're super full too. That's a tight tube.
Yeah.
You gotta be right on.
Goodness gracious, I can't stop shaking. I can't stop shaking.
Stop shaking either.
Yeah, because the decoys are only 16 yards from me.
Are you happy?
Here we are, New Hampshire Youth Weekend. Roosted this bird. I thought the flock had scattered last night, but apparently not too far. And we got set up in the edge of this field and called a few times and started coming down the wood road, and pretty soon he popped into the field, and he and a Jake came down to the decoys. Jack gave him a warning shot. He didn't listen, and we ended up he ended up dumping him the second time. So your first bird ever?
Yep. First time. Quick backstory on Jackson. I've hunted my whole life since I've been 12 years old, and this is actually Jackson's first time ever hunting in the woods with a gun, and he smoked one. So I couldn't be more happier as a father, and I think my son's pretty proud too. And I appreciate everything you've done to get this going.
No problem. Appreciate it.
What do you think, buddy?
Excited.
Yeah.
Ready for a nap now.